In September 2017, as Preeti Desai ventured to inspect the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey along a Texan shoreline, she encountered a chilling sight that seemed to have emerged from the depths of a haunting dream. The already devastating experience of enduring the wrath of an enormous hurricane paled in comparison to the sinister presence that awaited her on the local beach. In August 2017, Hurricane Harvey made history as the first major hurricane to make landfall in the United States in over a decade. Unleashing its fury for 4 relentless days, this tempestuous storm inundated numerous states with unprecedented levels of rainfall. Among the hardest-hit regions was East Texas, where the tropical cyclone brought about the highest recorded precipitation since the inception of weather records in the United States. From August 25th to August 29th, 2017, the areas ravaged by the hurricane witnessed an astonishing deluge of over 40 inches of rainfall. This torrential downpour resulted in severe flooding that impacted several states, including Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, and Texas. The repercussions were dire as hundreds of thousands of homes across America found themselves submerged in water. Tragically, over 30,000 individuals were displaced from their residences, rendered homeless by the devastating consequences of the storm. The dire weather conditions that ensued necessitated an extraordinary response, with more than 17,000 distinct rescue operations undertaken to aid those affected. The extensive and dramatic flooding did not just have a human cost. However, since the surge in water levels also dumped a lot of debris from the sea onto the land, but while most of this displaced material went unnoticed by a traumatized populace, there was one grisly item that washed up on an East Texas beach that was almost as shocking as some of the damage that Harvey had wrought, and Desai would be the one to discover the unusual creature. Desai lives in the New York area and works as a social media manager for the National Audubon Society, a non-profit conservation agency that works to secure birds in their habitats around the U.S. And in the wake of the devastating damage caused by Hurricane Harvey, Desai and a team from the organization had headed to East Texas in September 2017 to check on local coastal ecosystems. The group's last call of the day was a stretch of beach in Texas City. They were there to check on some bird species that the local Audubon group had taken under its wing. But while Desai was watching a group of black skimmers feeding in her peripheral vision, she detected a disturbingly strange shape lying on the shore. Intrigued, Desai alerted her colleagues, and together they approached the washed-up object. As they drew near, however, the team realized that they had found the ugly and bloated remains of an unidentified sea creature. Talking to Earth Touch News Network after the event, Desai said her first thought was that the body was that of some sort of lamprey. However, when Desai examined the dead creature up close, she realized that her first impression had been wrong, and she came to that conclusion for one very obvious reason. The decaying creature had jaws lined with vicious-looking fangs. Desai told Earth Touch News Network, "When I saw the mouth, I thought, no way was it a lamprey. It looked like something that came from deeper waters, and while the conservation worker was at a loss as to what the dead fish was, she knew of one avenue that she could explore for a possible answer." Yes, Desai took to Twitter. After all, the social media manager follows naturalist scientists and researchers who had come to her aid in the past. So, Desai snapped a few pictures of the strange monster and shared them on her feed. She also tweeted, "Okay, biology Twitter, what the heck is this?" And it didn't take too long for the social media community to start speculating about the identity of the dead creature. Most respondents on the resulting Twitter thread agreed that the creature was an eel, although they couldn't agree on which species it was, suggested that the find was a moray eel. What Desai had encountered, however, had pectoral fins, which the moray doesn't possess. Another Twitter user suggested that the sea dweller could have been a shrimp eel, but there was also a problem with that person's guess. The creature on the Texas City beach was just too big to be a shrimp eel. Then Dr. Kenneth Ty, a specialist in the eels at the Smithsonian Institution National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C., came forward, and it seemed that his idea about the mystery monster's true identity may have been closest to the truth. Dr. Ty said he thought the creature was probably an example of a Aplotophis chalidius. This Latin name roughly translates as terrible serpent. An appropriate moniker, some might say. However, Aplotophis chalidius is more commonly known as the fanged-toothed snake eel. Again, a name that's rather fitting. The fanged-toothed snake eel, sometimes known as the tusky eel, lives in waters of between 100 and 300 feet deep. This would confirm Decomposition theory about the dead fish having come from far beneath the surface of the ocean. However, fanged-toothed snake eels are known for living the majority of their lives in undersea burrows, making the creature's appearance on the East Texas beach something of a mystery. Yet, while it is true that foo snake eels largely reside in the depths, they nevertheless sometimes head into shallower waters. The Texas City specimen could therefore have gotten itself into trouble during this process and found itself swept ashore, and there is also a strong case to suggest that Hurricane Harvey also played its part in the fish's end. Indeed, the tropical storm may well have created the conditions that led to the eel's death. Strong winds and currents around the area may have driven the creature to the Texan shore. Although it is impossible to know for sure, but there is another twist to the fish's tale, and once again, it comes from the office of Dr. Tighe. It turned out that Dr. Tighe wasn't 100% sure about his fanged-toothed snake eel theory. Consequently, the specialist offered some other options that could also fit the bill. In particular, he explained it's possible that this discovery may have been a Bathyrochondra vicinus or Xenomistax chondroids. That's the large-toothed chondro, the bristle-toothed con, to non-eel experts. And as it happens, all three of the potential eel species live in the sea off East Texas. However, the decomposition of the corpse found on the Texas City beach makes it hard to give a definitive answer to the question of the creature's actual identity. Apparently, if the tip of the eel's tail had been in better condition, it would have been much easier to tell exactly what it was. Nonetheless, there is still one more question about the elusive eel that is much easier to answer. Notably, the photographs captured by Decomposition of the decaying fish revealed an eyeless appearance in the eel. When Twitter users raised concerns about this, it was clarified that the lack of eyes was not due to the creature being sightless. Instead, it was attributed to the natural decomposition process of marine organisms. The fanged-toothed snake eel, which thrives in deep-sea environments, already possesses relatively small eyes. As soft tissues, including the eyeballs, decompose rapidly after the death of a sea creature, it is likely that the eel's eyes had deteriorated shortly after its demise. So, while it is bad enough to see those gruesome teeth in Decomposition's pictures, the absence of the creature's eyes only adds to the horror of the images. Irrespective of the true nature of the enigmatic sea monster in Texas City, there is no denying that the creature achieved its fair share of online stardom. This incident highlights the immense power of social media in today's world. It serves as a reminder to always keep your smartphone handy when visiting the beach, as you never know what mysteries might unfold and require your sleuthing skills. I hope you liked this video. Please share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.